It's your boy Dre back with another video. Um, this video gonna be about my motivation, just in general as a person. You know, um, when I was back in high school, right, I had asked one of my teachers. I was a senior, and I was going to this high school called Cooper High School, right. So senior year, right, I asked him, like, do you think I would be able to go to a 4-year college? And you know what she told me? She told me no. Man, that shit hurt my feelings so goddamn bad, man. I'm like, man, that shit really hurt my motherfucking feelings. Excuse my language. But I'm like, okay, you know. So I'm like, all right, let me go ahead and apply. So I did apply for the University of Minnesota, right? So I did get in to the University of Minnesota, but then I ended up changing my mind. I ended up going to a 2-year college just for the simple fact that it was cheaper, and on top of that, it'll be easier to transfer the credits to the 4-year college, and then boom, I had 2 years left. Okay. So I went to this college called MCTC, Minneapolis Community and Technical College, right? So another situation. So when I went there, right, so I'm in nursing school, right? So all my classes are geared towards nursing, right? So I was taking what was it? I think I was taking microbiology, right? And so, man, I was the only black male student in the class. The only black student in general, out of a bunch of pretty much white girls. There was a couple white dudes in there too, but the only one, right? So came first test, right? And I knew I didn't prepare that well for the test, you know what I'm saying? But that's okay though. So when it came to that test, so I failed that test, right? And so the instructor, like a few days later, she called me to the office. She like, are you sure you want to continue to take this class? You have a chance to withdraw right now, and it won't affect you. And I say, okay. I told her, nah, I want to stay in the class, because she automatically, I feel like she stereotyped me just because, like, I failed the first test, right? But I'm like, nah, I'm going to stay in the class. I'm going to continue with it. I'm not going to quit, right? So, continued to take the class, right? You know what I'm saying? Next test came, but I prepared a lot better. You get what I'm saying? Bam. After that, bro, I aced that motherfucking test, right? She just looking at me like, good job. I'm looking like, bro, it's just only because I didn't prepare that hard. See, I like to say, like, me, I'm not the most talented person at all, but I damn for sure I work hard. I'm very hard worker. And that's one thing I gotta say, like, even in college, bro, I wasn't the smartest kid in class, not even close. I knew I wasn't, but I worked harder than most and 90% of them people, right? And then in that same class, right, so there was a lab that went with this class, right? So there was the lecture part, and then it was the lab part, right? And so with the lab part, so it was like there was 4 people in a group. It was me, and it was 3 other girls, but it was probably about 5 or 6 groups in the classroom, right? And so each student, we all did an experiment, right? But it was like, with each experiment, so there would have been a total of 4 experiments, right? And so each person had the right, pretty much the paper on that experiment. So each student got a chance, right? So it came down to the first student, right? So we did the first lab. I can't really remember what it was because it was something stupid, but we did it anyway though. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember what it was. So the first girl, right, and she was a pretty cute girl though too though. You know what I'm saying? But she did the first paper right. You know what I'm saying? Boom. We get like a B minus on that joint. So that's what the whole group got as a grade. But we did get a chance to edit her paper and stuff like that to try and make it better so that we could get a better grade. But even with our editing and all that good stuff, we still end up, you know what I'm saying, we still end up getting a B minus on it. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So then I think it was like a couple weeks later when we was about to get ready and do the next experiment, right? So we decided in the group who gonna take the next paper. So they decided it was gonna be me. I'm like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? And I'm shy at this point in college. You know what I'm saying? I'm still shy. You know what I'm saying? So I really didn't, you know what I'm saying, know too many people. But I knew some people there, you know what I'm saying? But I was the shy one. Like, I was the one scared to do, like, the presentations and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I did it, though. You know what I'm saying? I got over my fear of doing it. You know what I'm saying? And it took a lot of work to try to get over that fear. But I still got a fear of it, but it just should look different now. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, back to the story, though. So it was my turn to write that paper. So the whole time, I mean, I knew I was pretty decent at writing papers and stuff like that. But I know this teacher for a fact, bro. She was literally stereotyping me, bro. You know what I'm saying? That I was a black male student in a microbiology class. And not just that, like, I look like a hood nigga at that. Not to say it like that. You know what I'm saying? So she like, man, this boy ain't about to make this, none of this. So I'm like, all right, bet. So then I went and wrote my paper right. You know what I'm saying? Did my thing in the library, hit the library. I'm trying to make sure this paper good. You know what I'm saying? But me, I be writing papers so casually, but I think I'm pretty good at writing papers, but sometimes I really don't. But I just, you know what I'm saying, I be writing them joints, and sometimes I don't even edit them. I edit as I go, you know what I'm saying, to make the papers go by quicker. You know what I'm saying? So back to the story though. So the day, it was like a week later or 2 weeks later, they gave us like a couple weeks to do the paper or something like that. So I'm looking like, damn, I'm in my head and stuff like that, and I'm looking like, man, and I'm nervous, man. I don't know my paper good enough, man. I'm up in here with all these other students, bro, and stuff like that. And mind you, bro, so when we was doing our little lab thing, everybody in that classroom had good typing skills. Then when it came down to me doing the typing and stuff, like, I was a terrible typer. Like, I could type, bro, but it's like I had to be looking at the keyboard too. But I could get the job done. You know what I'm saying? I'm not slow at typing, but I could do it pretty quickly. But I just felt embarrassed that everybody else in the class had typing skills and I didn't have no type of typing skills, bro. That was wild to me. But it wasn't really wild to me, but I just never, you know what I'm saying, had to practice typing. But when I had to type in front of all my classmates, my 3 other classmates that were in my group, because we had to go to computers in the classroom to type out our, you know what I'm saying, experiments and all that stuff. But I was terrible at typing, you know what I'm saying? But I kind of just, you know what I'm saying, I still did it anyways though. So, you know what I'm saying, sometimes you ain't got no choice but to do something when you in that spot, whether you want to do it or not. That's just the way it goes. But anyway, so that day, bro, or I should say that day, I got on the bus, right? And man, I had the bubble guts, not to say it like that, bro. I was nervous and stuff, and I was like, man, I came to class late. I probably came to class like 20 minutes late. You know what I'm saying? I'm scared. I'm looking like, man, I'm doing everything. You know what I'm saying? And at that point, you know what I'm saying, I guess that's when Black and Miles was cool. So I was smoking the Black and Miles like, damn, I'm taking an extra like 5, 6, 7, 10, 15, 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And I come to class like 20 minutes late. And then the crazy part about it is, so in our group, we all got each other numbers. So they texted me like, where you at? So I don't think they thought I was going to show up for the class. So, I mean, I didn't think I was going. I was thinking about skipping that class, right? And not even just skip it, like, man, forget this, I'm finna drop this. I'm kind of scared to do all this, right? Because on top of that, when we wrote the paper, we had to get in front of the whole class at like 50 students, and then we had to talk about, you know what I'm saying, the paper and what we wrote. I'm looking like, man, I'm not good at that. I'm not good at presentations and talking in front of big crowds and stuff like that. But it be like that sometimes though. But I still got up there and did it. But anyway, so when I still came to class, so I did come to class that day, and I walked in, and I'm looking like, man, screw this, man. I got confidence in my paper. So I came in, I had my 4 copies of the paper. I had to make copies at the library before I had went in there. So that was another thing too. So then I came in, gave my paper, bro. Everybody going through, you know what I'm saying, making their little changes, what they thought, you know what I'm saying, was bad. But I really didn't really take none of they changes. I took a couple of them, but not really too much though. But so I was like, screw it. I turned the paper in, bro. So then we didn't get the grade till after we presented it. So I went up there, presented it. Each student in class got to ask us a question or whatever. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm answering their questions all nervous and stuff, and I'm all shy. So they telling me to speak a little louder, but I'm talking real low and stuff at this point. So I think I'm in my like early 20s, 21, 22. No, what age was I taking microbiology? I think I was like 22, 23 taking microbiology. It was a good class though. So then after I did that, boom, the instructor put the grade up. She like, you know what I'm saying? She announced in the lecture, she put the grades up for the lab or whatever. So then, well, she did it after the lab. So we went into the lab, right? Because the lab was right after the lecture. So after we finished the lecture, we went into the lab. She gave everybody their paper back. So then when I got the paper back, guess what I had on my paper for the group? I had an A. I got an A on my paper, bro. Out of everybody, bro, I got an A. So throughout that entire semester, the other 2 people did their groups, right? And they still got like B, A minus and stuff, but I was the only one in the group who got the solid A because my paper was good. Because I did a lot of work on that paper. I was finding this resources, citing stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know how you gotta like find other articles that kind of relate to yo, whatever you doing. You know what I'm saying? I was in there putting in the work on everything that I could do to make that paper good, and I came out with an A. So sometimes it's all about just like how hard you work, you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like with this YouTube thing, like I'm getting on here and I'm putting myself out there, and now I'm a little bit older now, and it's like I done been through a lot of stuff, so it's like I'm not really worried about, you know what I'm saying, being scared, because I know fear is just something that can hold you back, you know. But yeah, so I proved that instructor wrong. I did end up, I believe it was with like a A in the lecture or in a B in the lab, some shit like that. Can't remember which one, but I ended up with an A and a B because you get 2 separate grades. So I ended up with a good grade in that. And to be honest, I'm not really sure why I didn't really finish going for nursing, but maybe, I don't know. I did stop going to nursing, but I did receive my 2-year degree, you know what I'm saying? So I did get something, you know what I'm saying? And then after that, I kind of just found a couple jobs, worked, and so on and so on. But I just want to tell y'all, like, don't let people, you know what I'm saying, tell you what you can and what you cannot do. Like, not, because, like, if I sat there and listened to everybody who told me I couldn't do something, like, I still wouldn't be here. And even then, like, it still be creeping in my head, but I'd be trying to block it out as best I can. But I know it's like, people say words don't hurt, but words do hurt. You know what I'm saying? So, but my motivation comes from, like, people always, what should I say, like, doubting me in my life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people doubted me in my life, saying I would never do this, I would do that. They say I would never have a kid, I would never have a house, bro. You know what I'm saying? They was looking on me down. You get what I'm saying? It was like, shit, at one point, like, I thought I wasn't shit. Shit, I probably still am ain't shit, but I'm going to sit here and I'm going to try. I'm going to try to do my best, you know what I'm saying? I am trying, but there's some days where I don't want to try, and I keep going, you know. I do keep going, so. But anyways, y'all. So, and then even like now, like that I'm older now, I still go through a lot of situations. I'm still going through situations. A lot of those situations tough, and some days I be feeling like, man, I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to do absolutely nothing. It's like, for what? You know what I'm saying? But it's like you still gotta keep going, just because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, ain't nobody gonna stop for you. You know what I'm saying? The world gonna keep going. No matter if you depressed, bro. No matter if you know what I'm saying, don't wanna go no more. Things is still gonna keep going. And then it's just kinda like how you look at it at that point. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I look at it like this, you know what I'm saying? If I know the world is like a game, right? And it's like, I know like materialistic stuff and money and all that stuff, like it exists. And I know that like all this shit is just created so that we can, you know what I'm saying, buy things. You get what I'm saying? So, but it's like, I'd rather do the best that I can and play this game to win. You get what I'm saying? Like, why would I want to sit there and lose and be sitting on the street, you know what I'm saying, in a world where I know it's just it's like a big game. So I think of it like this, like, I'm finna play the game to win. Like, why not? So it's like, I'm gonna try to do my best while I'm here and be the best while I'm here. Because that's all you can do, you know? So, for everybody out there that's, you know what I'm saying, having issues like motivation, and like I said, it's not even like motivation, it's like just staying consistent with, you know what I'm saying, being who you really is. You get what I'm saying? Because that's all you can do. And I want to say, like, don't be out here like being something that you not, because that ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could transform it to something you're not, and you're gonna be a whole different person. You're gonna look at yourself like, I did all this for what? You know? So be who you are. Shit, if you like skateboarding, go skateboard. If you like fucking raves, go to raves. If you like listening to fucking Lil Durk and whoever, listen to whoever you like to listen to. You know what I'm saying? Do what you makes you happy, I guess. So I want y'all out there to look at this video, and especially like people who have a lot of things against them. You get what I'm saying? Like, a lot of obstacles in the way. Like, don't look at it as obstacles, you know what I'm saying? Look at it as a challenge, you know what I'm saying? And look at how you can overcome that challenge, you know? So, I want y'all to keep going. I want y'all to look at life as if, like, there's always more, and we all know that. And always strive for more if you can. I'm not saying you have to be rich and none of that stuff like that, because it don't matter. Me, I'm the type of person, bro, like, I just want to live comfortably, you know what I'm saying? But I want to do it under my own terms. Not because someone's telling me what to do. No, I'm doing it because I want to do it. So that's part of me starting this YouTube channel, you know, and that's part of me trying to be an entrepreneur and work for myself and so on. Just like with my audio business, I started that as well, and hopefully I'm gonna get that back up and running soon so I can get y'all some car audio content. So it's your boy Dre. I'm out. Stay tuned for another video.